Hi, I'm Darnell with Live Young Lifestyle, and as you can tell, I'm getting totally numbed up. I'm here at the ZO Skin Health Institute in Beverly Hills, and any minute now, Dr. Bashey's gonna come through the door and he's gonna perform the Clear and Brilliant laser. So tell me, Dr. Bashey, what is the purpose of this laser?
You know, when we come to thinking about wrinkles and sun damage and texture damage and things like that, you have two real types of lasers that deal with that problem. One type of laser is called an ablative laser, and the ablative laser, in a way, kind of damages the epidermis of the skin and will tighten the dermis, improve scars and things like that. The other type of laser is called a non-ablative laser. This laser is a non-ablative laser. So it transmits heat to the dermis without damaging the epidermis, hence the word non-ablation. So this laser basically functions to improve fine lines and wrinkles, a little texture damage, some sun damage, sunspots, things like that. It's also considered a red carpet laser. So it's a very common laser that we do on celebrities, we do on, VIPs, people flying in, people going to major events, because it will get them red carpet ready pretty quickly.
Really? So what's the downtime of this?
There's very, very minimum downtime.
And that's because it's non-ablative.
That's exactly right. Because it's non-ablative, we can't use it to fix serious abnormalities in the skin. But we can harness the other lasers' power, which is basically to fix fine lines and wrinkles and very light texture damage. Will also give you a very good glow before that major event that you're going to. It's kind of replacing that facial that people do before the red carpet. Right. Because of course this is more effective than doing a facial. So I tell patients you're going to be red for maybe a day or two. If you have rosacea or sensitive skin, maybe a little bit longer. And you can cover that redness with makeup if you want. A lot of people, they don't get very swollen with this at all, but they do welcome that little amount of swelling. It gives them a more fuller, more healthy appearance.
Absolutely.
But generally, if you're very sensitive, give yourself a week. If you're super duper sensitive, give yourself 10 days. But for most people, 2 to 3 days before an event would be just fine.
It's stimulating collagen?
Absolutely. So it is creating that stimulation of collagen because remember that heat is creating neocollagen synthesis. And it's not going to be the same level that you have with an ablative laser like the CO2 laser or an erbium laser.
Right.
But you're still going to create that collagen stimulation. You may need to do more treatments over the course of time, but not everybody has the 8 to 10 days of downtime to do those different lasers.
Yeah.
This is also safe to do on any skin type.
Really?
Yes, so we don't have to worry about someone, skin color being darker or experiencing any type of pigmentation. With this, it's very, very rare. I mean, it can happen, but it's not very common. So you can do this in black skin, Hispanic skin, Middle Eastern skin, Indian skin, Caucasians. It's not a problem at all.
Because it's not targeting pigment. What is it targeting in the skin?
Water.
Water.
So all of these lasers that resurface, whether they're ablative or non-ablative lasers, for the most part, they target water as their chromophore. And chromophore is just another word for target. So this is targeting water too, but it's not targeting it to the same degree that the other ablative lasers are targeting.
I see.
So, we can go through the face, we can do the chest, we can do the neck, we can do quite a lot with this.
So I know that the face secretes oil and the neck secretes water. So can you use the same setting on the neck that you can on the face?
This is a very gentle laser, so we don't need to change the settings. In fact, there's only 3 settings on this laser, low, medium, and high.
What are we on now?
And we're on high. In fact, I almost never do this laser on the low setting because it's such a gentle laser that we're not going to see the kind of change that we want. Right. So I like to use this on high setting no matter where I am on the body. And if I'm on an area like, for example, that doesn't make oil, like the neck, or the chest, I won't do as many passes or be as aggressive with the number of times I go back and forth with the wand.
Right.
Whereas on the face, I could really do quite a bit. On the neck and the chest, maybe I'll do 1 or 2 passes. On the face, I might do several.
Do you recommend doing this like a week or so before you have a red carpet event? Even for us non-movie stars, we still have our own personal red carpet kind of moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's a high school reunion or like a big date or something,
Yeah, so what I would tell people is that, because this laser is non-ablative, right? We're not going to see damage to the epidermis, so we're not going to see crusting, we're not going to see oozing, we're not going to see that discharge of water that comes out, right? The moment you do the laser, you're going to get red, you're going to be a little bit swollen, of course, and that swelling is telling you that heat has been transmitted to the dermis. We expect that because we're expecting to see some collagen synthesis.
Can you tell our viewers, like, how would they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all over the internet, zioskincenter.com, or you can check out my personal Instagram, Dr. Bashey, or my website, samirbashey.com.
And you just started a YouTube channel. What's the YouTube channel?
I did just start one. I'm trying to copy yours.
I love that.
It's Samir Bashey, and I'm posting a lot of the different kinds of videos that we're doing here, and we're pretty cutting edge here in California, and we're trying to, let the world know what interesting things we're doing, just like you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So with this particular treatment, like I always try to find 1 or 2 lasers to do every year and then do a series of them. So do you recommend this to be a series, or is this just like a one-shot kind of thing you can do before an event?
A lot of people will do this before an event because it gives them a nice glow, and that's great. That's one of the great, results of this procedure in the short term. But to take advantage of what this laser really has to offer, you really need to do a series of treatments and look at your results over the course of time.
Okay.
And then what I would recommend is maybe about 3 to 6 treatments the first year. And then what I recommend for a lot of people who are busy and traveling and still want to look good is come do a treatment every 2 to 3 months once you finish that first phase.
Okay. And we'll have the price of the treatment down below in the description, along with the links to Dr. Bashey's new YouTube channel. Can't wait to subscribe. Again, if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. We don't all have to be movie stars to be red carpet ready, but doing these things to put your best skin forward, I think, is a really good way to live young.